Hey, it's Cringe here. So I ran out of time before I have to head to work to do my fantasy wide receivers for week 2 of the 2024 NFL season. I don't have the games in front of me. I'm going to try to remember as much as I can, just walking to work here. So tonight's game is Bills-Dolphins. You're going to play Tyreek Hill. I would play Keon Coleman. I don't know, maybe Ramsey covers him. But if you had to take another Bills wide receiver to play, I think it's Shakir might be. You know, he knows the Dolphins. He's played us a couple of times. I'm probably not starting him, though. Matt Collins, maybe in a deeper league, I'd start Matt Collins. You're obviously going to start Dalton Kincaid. I'm staying away from the Dolphins tight ends for now. So eventually, Jonnu Smith is going to have a big game, but when? I don't know. I don't think it's this week. You can play Waddle. You're playing Tyreek Hill. I think that's really it for that game. The next game I remember is Raiders and Ravens. Isaiah Likely. It should have been a huge waiver wire pickup. I like running backs and tight ends against the Raiders, so I'm probably playing Likely, Mark Andrews. I'm still staying away from Rashad Bateman for now. Isaiah Flowers would be a start. And the Raiders, you got to start Devontae Adams. He's one of the top 10 wide receivers, so whether they get him the ball or not, I don't know. I'm staying away from the tight ends for now. It's Bowers and Mayer. If you have to play one, I'd probably go with Bowers. Jacoby Myers is going to have a game eventually. I don't think it's going to be against the Ravens defense, though. Let's see. I remember Cowboys and Saints. Probably playing CD Lamb, but I'm going to give Brandon Cooks a look, too. Ferguson, this could be one of those games where Ferguson does something. The Saints do have a tough defense, so I'm not sure. I mean, in a deeper league, you could probably take a swing on Cooks. Like my league, we start 2 tight ends, so somebody's going to have to start Ferguson, whether he has a big game or not. On the Saints side of the ball, you're starting Chris Olave. Me, personally, I'm going out. I'm probably going to start Rashid Shaheed, too, because I think the Cowboys look to contain Olave and then maybe the tight ends. Because this could be one of those sneaky games where Taysom Hill comes out of nowhere. I'm not starting him, but don't be surprised if he scores like 2-3 touchdowns. Let's see, I know Jets and Titans. It's Garrett Wilson. There's Alan Lazard. Had a huge week against the Niners. I came out of nowhere. I think I took him last year in my fantasy draft, my small team, just to have on the bench. And then he just never did anything. So then this year I go and grab Mike Williams, and it's like vice versa. It's so stupid. But yeah, I would start Lazard. I would start Garrett Wilson. Conklin's, like I said before, that guy's a beast. But is this going to be a game where he goes off? I don't know. I mean, I guess you could do worse at tight end, but for the Titans, you got Sauce Gardner is going to be covering their top guy there, Calvin Ridley. So I don't know, unless Sauce stays to one side of the field, but I'm pretty sure he'll cover Ridley. So I guess if you had to, I mean, this might be a game where DeAndre Hopkins gets something. So I don't know. I'm not high on Ridley this week, but he can go off. He's a good player. All right, let's see who else. I know there was the Commanders and the Giants. The Giants quarterbacks just stink, but I mean, if you're in a deeper league and you got Malik Neighbors, obviously you're going to pop him in there. So, I think that one you start 3. I think it's 3 wide receivers and a flex. So, I mean, if you got Neighbors, you can start him. Anybody else, I don't know. Wendell Robinson, the tight ends, probably staying away from. Terry McLaurin had a pretty down week 1. I think he makes up for that this week. Eckler catches balls. They got Ertz. I don't think I'm starting Ertz yet. I mean, I want to see something out of him first. Who else was there? Chiefs, Bengals. It's Chiefs. I'm starting Xavier Worthy. I'm starting Rashee Rice. I'm starting Travis Kelce. It's probably as far as I go. Bengals, Jamar Chase. He's going to want to make up for it. Plus, I think he's going to play a little bit tougher because it is the Chiefs. I was pretty high on Mike Gesicki last week. He put up a dud, so I'm still high on Gesicki. I think once he figures it out, he'll be good in that offense, but I'm not starting him this week. I think the only guy over on the Bengals side that I would feel good about starting would be Jamar Chase. I'm pretty sure Higgins is still out. I don't know, though. I didn't see the injury report for that game yet, but I do believe Higgins is still out. If Higgins isn't out, I'd still like to see what he does, like what they give him for a snap count and all that, so I'm probably not starting Higgins this week. Let's see other matchups. Patriots, Seahawks. I guess I'm staying away from Patriots pass catchers till I see one of them step up. It's Hunter Henry. I guess you can't go wrong with Henry. He is one of the top tight ends. It's a good security blanket. At the other guys, Demario Douglas. I mean, I think they might have a nice group when Kendrick Bourne comes back. Jalen Polk, but I'm not playing any of them guys right now. Seattle side of the ball. It's Jackson Smith. I'm going to play Metcalf. I don't think Jackson Smith has a good game here. But then again, this could be one of those games where he scores 2 touchdowns. I always forget, is it Tyler Lockett's their other guy? I mean, if you're in a deeper league, you start Lockett. You're in a 2-receiver league, he's probably not one of your top guys. I'm probably not playing him. So, all right, let's see. Steelers, Broncos. George Pickens is their number 1. I figured he would have been all covered up in week 1, and he still produced some points, so he's going to be getting covered probably by Pat Surtain. So I don't know. I like Pickens, though. He's a big guy. I would play Pickens. Freiermuth. I mean, I guess you could do worse at tight end. So he's worth like maybe a sleeper spot. You know, if you're just streaming tight ends, Freiermuth might be a good guy to pop in there. The Broncos side is basically Cortland Sutton for now. I'm probably not playing him against the Steelers defense. All right, let's see what we got. Browns and Jaguars. I'm going to play Amari Cooper. I'm going to play Jerry Jeudy. I believe that Njoku is not playing. I think he's got an ankle problem. He may play, but he's not going to be 100%. I'm going to stay away from him this week. The Jags did look good. That rookie wide receiver there is Brian Robinson or Brian Thomas. I forget his name, but he did look okay against Miami. He didn't get many looks, but he did damage with what he got. He had the big pass interference call, and then he had a touchdown. Christian Kirk, I don't know. Kirk's fast, though, so, I mean, me personally, I'm probably not playing Christian Kirk, but you could do worse. Let's see. I know I'm missing a bunch of games. Niners, Vikings. I'm playing Debo. I'm playing Ayuk. And Ayuk didn't have the best first game, but probably playing George Kittle. He's one of the top tight ends. Playing Justin Jefferson. I don't know. I like Addison, but I don't know about Addison this week. San Fran has a tough defense. Obviously one of those guys. So if they take Jefferson out of the game, Addison might have a good game. I don't remember if Hawkinson's playing yet. So, I mean, you could shoot Jordan Addison in your flex maybe. Rams, Cardinals. Yet I'm starting Cooper Kupp. I know they got the rookie, or he's like a second-year guy at receiver. And then Robinson. One of those two guys is going to have probably a good game. Which of the two, I'm not sure. I would go with the guy that had the yards. The guy they were high on last week. I think he's a second-year wide receiver. If you had to go with a guy, like you're in a super deep league and you need a number 3 wide receiver, I mean, I'd give him a chance, but you're starting Cooper Kupp. you're starting Marvin Harrison. You're starting Trey McBride. I think it's Cody Parkinson is the Rams tight end. I think he had an okay week 1, but I'm not going to be sold on him yet until he starts stepping up like Trey McBride did last year. Those Texans, Bears. I'm starting DJ Moore. I'm hesitant on Keenan Allen, and I think the rookie's banged up. Cole Kmet had a pretty horrible week 1, but he always finds his footing. I would start Kmet. Caleb Williams is only going to get better. For Houston, I like their guys. You're starting Diggs. You're starting Collins. Tank Dell's the guy you might have to sleep on for a bit. In a super deep league, obviously you might be able to pop him in there, but I would stick with Collins and Diggs for now. It's the tight end, Schultz. He didn't have a great first week, but he's still one of the top tight ends. So, I mean, if you're streaming, you could do worse. What else am I missing? Eagles, Falcons. I'm starting Devontae Smith. I'm starting A.J. Brown. I'm starting the tight end that I can't think of his damn name. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. We'll come back to him, though. But over on the Falcons side, I mean, Pitts had a pretty good first week, so I would play Pitts in this game. Somebody's got to do something. The receivers, though, I don't know. Drake London might get like a couple good balls, and he's probably one of the top wide receivers, so you got to start him anyways. But I don't know. I liked the Falcons before the season started. I think they had a decent young offense, but Cousins didn't deliver, and he's probably still shaking rust. The Eagles tight end too, Goddard. I mean, he's probably not a top 10 tight end, but if you're streaming a tight end, Goddard would probably be worth a start this week. I know I'm missing a couple games, so I'm just trying to run through teams in my head quick. I'm almost to work, so let's see. Buccaneers, Evans, Godwin, you're starting those guys. Lions, Jameson Williams, I'm huge on him. Amon-Ra had a terrible first week, but him, Laporta, I'm starting those guys. Packers, this is going to be a new quarterback situation, but I'm starting Jaden Reed. I want to watch and see what Watson and Dobbs do for now, along with the tight ends, but Jaden Reed should be a start. Packers, Vikings, just trying to run through. Colts, Alec Pierce, he only had 3 balls, but he did damage with those 3 balls. Richardson's going to run a lot, so I'm not really big on Colts receivers right now or their tight ends. I mean, if you're in a deep league, you can probably start Pierce or Downs. Let's see. Still just running through. I'm sure there's somebody that I'm missing, but I can't think of who it is. So, like I said, I'm almost to work now, so I'm going to end the video here. I'll probably go back later after work and see what I missed and throw some in there, but I wanted to be able to get this out before the Dolphins-Bills game started. So, thanks for watching.